Namaste and welcome. How was the meditation? Did you enjoy it? So now we have come halfway in this ego development series. We've covered 4 previous stages and we have 4 more to go. So, hope you've been enjoying this. So now something happens. The previous stages were in the conventional. Now a shift happens and we go into the post-conventional. This is massive. All the previous stages that we have covered, self or the ego, has been externally programmed. So outside sources has programmed this ego. When this ego takes a step into the post-conventional, it gets a 4th person perspective. What that means, for the first time, you can look at your own beliefs and values, almost like a computer program. So this is very big, and I want to talk quickly about this. If you feel that you have achieved a lot in your life, in business, career or family, but you still feel you have something missing, you don't feel connected, you're going through a shift, you're coming into this stage, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that everything you have previous thought has been externally programmed. Now you can look at your life from a higher perspective. So if you're going through this right now, I can help you. I have designed a course to help you, guide you through this next step. So if this resonates with you, please click on the link below, where I will talk more about this course I've designed to help you navigate the next stages and phases. With that said, let's dive in to this ego, the individualist. So, what does this mean to be an individualist? What does this stage mean? If it had a motto, it will be true to yourself. So this stage of the ego development is focusing on the internal. How does this self get its identity? Well, they define themselves by their own unique perspective and also by their beliefs and values. They see themselves as distinct from others and deeply committed to expressing their own uniqueness and their individuality. So how does this self or ego see others? They understand that others have their own unique perspective and they value that and often seek out to broaden their own perspective of the world. But despite valuing diversity, they can feel a disconnect towards others that are more conventional thinking or less inclined to explore their inner self. This can lead to disconnect, but also even frustration to others. So this can be seen in relationships, for example, when one of the person in the partnership takes a higher perspective, want to explore that with a partner, but they are still a bit more conventional thinking. Frustrations like that. They don't want to explore their inner self. The morality of this stage. They understand that ethical considerations are more complex and start questioning societal norms, often develop their own set of principles by their own experience and internal reflections. Unlike the earlier stages, which are very much a black and white term, individualists understand the complex nature of decision and realize they're not always a clear cut. The individual's ability to self-reflect, they're highly introspective, and they really enjoy self-reflective practices like journaling, meditation, and self-inquiry to deepen their understanding of themselves and the internal world. So new skills for the individualist, well, they have a fourth person perspective, which allow them to hold more complex perspective and appreciating a nuanced viewpoint. They're comfortable with uncertainty, and they also realize not all questions have a clear answer. The emotional landscape of this stage, they have a deep and complex emotional internal world. This introspection fosters a profound self-awareness, but also can lead to angst, especially when coming to meaning and their own purpose in this life. What's the individual's relationship to others? Well, they prioritize a deep, authentic relationship with deep connection. They avoid superficial relationships or conversation with others. They very much go into the depth. They appreciate people that have done self-reflection and talking from their internal world and not the external world as the previous stages. Their cognitive approach, they enjoy holding multiple perspectives, looking at paradoxes. They enjoy exploring abstract concepts and thrive in creative intellectual pursuits. The internal world of this stage, well, they enjoy going deeper in the self, using reflective practices to understand their own emotion, their motivation, desires, but also their fears. So the main fear of this stage, or main anxiousness, is to lose their authenticity and being misunderstood. This drives them to assert their unique identity, to ensure themselves are recognized by themselves but also others. So the way this stage solves problems, they have a holistic and creative solution to problems, and they focus on the underlying issues, but also how the solve is important. It needs to align with their beliefs, even if this is unconventional. This is very important to them. So what organization style does this stage do well in? Well, they excel in environments that value creative thinking, autonomy, and also independent thinking. So they do well in startups, in creative industries, but also in research where innovation is highly valued. So that is an overview of the stage. Let's cover the strength and let's cover the weaknesses and also the path to growth. So strength, well, the strength of the stage. Authenticity, staying true to themselves, very important, and also strength. Another strength is they are highly introspective. They are very self-aware. They reflect on themselves a lot, which creates a lot of empathy towards others, but also a lot of understanding. So not very judgmental. They're also creative thinkers and innovative problem solvers. So they see the problems from their high fourth person perspective. So very much higher than the previous stages. So they can get a lot different solutions to problems from an individualist than you can get of an achiever or an expert. So that is some strength. Let's see what the weaknesses are. The weakness is they can isolate themselves, because if other people around them, others do not see their point of views, they basically retreat within themselves and leads to isolation. And that comes to our second weakness, is they can have a hard time connecting or relating to conventional thinkers. They have a disconnect, frustration towards previous stages thinkers, so they're a bit more conventional. So what are the paths to growth for this stage? Balancing your uniqueness, your authenticity with connectedness. Start seeing other people's point of views and take them in, which leads us to number 2 is embracing even more diverse perspective from conventional thinkers. So yeah, talk to, it might be your family or friends or colleagues. They have a bit more early stages thinking and see how they perceive the world and try and understand it. And understanding the way they view the world has a lot of value. But also, this is a big one, embracing your authenticity with society. A lot of people that go through this stage feel very much a disconnect between themselves and society. I felt this way and realized that society is ever evolving. I'm in Sweden right now, and this society have grown immensely over the 100 years and will keep growing. So you can still balance your authenticity with societal norms and see yourself more as a bridge between the two worlds, so interconnect them. So that is an important view. They realize that everything has a place, because our next stage will have a fourth person perspective with an expanded view, and this changes how you see the world again. So if this information really resonated with you and found this interesting, I highly recommend looking at my video about this course I've created for this stage moving forward. If you feel a little bit disconnected to others or to society, this will help. You can see it as you're choosing the software for your mind that you choose to align with you, but also integrating with society. Anyway, that's enough for this video. As always, if you like this, comment, like. If you have any questions, comment below and subscribe. And as always, I appreciate you and have a great day and namaste.